Welcome to Budget Space. This is going to be a different video because I'm not totally sure what what's wrong. So this is going to be a bug video, problem video, glitch video. I don't know, whatever. Insert your insert your logic here. So I want to start the video too with saying please subscribe, hit that bell because if you want me to get bigger, you want me to be able to do the stuff that like Linus or Jerry Rig or Mr. Who's the Boss or what's the other one? Jay, Jay's 2 cents, uh, and or Lou or even one of my favorite YouTubers of all time, Louis Rossman. If you want me to be able to do anything bigger than these small scale videos, please subscribe and hit that bell. Because, even getting 2 subscribes a video, yes, it'll take long, but it helps. Every subscribe helps. So at some point, I will do a Patreon maybe, and I've got to get my Twitter up. But anyway, on to the video. So we're going to primarily be focusing on Snapchat today. I'm not going to go into the settings because my account is linked again, and I don't really want you seeing my stuff. So anyway, little context here. Let me show you. Where is it? Device management. Here we go. So a little context here. When I spent the better part of 3 or 4 days trying to figure out what the hell was going on and why I was down from 200 kilobytes, to 1.1 gigabytes, down to 600 megabytes. It didn't make sense because I also have CC Cleaner. So, CC Cleaner didn't totally help, but it made it better. So, when I did this, I'm just assuming, I'm assuming my phone's getting full in storage. Yes, my phone is basically hit its limitation wall. But, anyway, so getting back to that, when I essentially thought it was something wrong with my phone, I checked the entire phone, it all looked good. Then I noticed when when you go to upload something to Snapchat from your phone or from anywhere, it caches the information first instead of just directly uploading the information and getting rid of the information. So I might be totally wrong, but from what I see, I think it caches it first. So when it does that, it saves a little bit of data every time, it looks like. So at one point, the data here, where's Snapchat? Snapchat, I think, is at the bottom. The data here on storage at one point said 4.4 gigs. Yeah, that's a lot. So what I did, full well knowing that I might lose everything I have on Snapchat, and I'm okay with that. Snapchat's gone the way of the dodo. It's fun because you can put a minute video up there. Can't do that with WhatsApp. You got to break it up. But you can do it with Snapchat. So you can put up a minute video and have fun. But the problem arose when I noticed that this storage thing right here kept going up and up and up and up, and I wasn't doing anything different than I have been doing for the 4 to 5 years, 4 years that I've had this phone. I haven't been doing anything different. I've been maintaining my phone, cleaning my phone, doing what I gotta do, pushing everything to my SD card, and then backing it up to my computer like a normal human, then backing it up to my backup drive. So I've never actually touched the storage aspect of Snapchat. So for Snapchat, when it did this, when it started caching all the data, right? The difference about this was simple. I found it after running CC Cleaner and realizing I was only getting back like 200 megabytes, and then it was going away again. Then once I started uploading 3 or 4 things today, I noticed that I went from 1.1 gigs to 200 kilobytes. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, what the hell? So what I did was I uninstalled Snapchat. Now, I wasn't sure if I'd lose everything, and I really don't give a crap if I lose everything. Not on Snapchat, anyway. If I lost everything on WhatsApp or I lost everything on something else, I'd have a hard time. It would be a little difficult. But for Snapchat, the storage right here, it had data was data was 4.4 gigs. So essentially, my first thought was clear cache. So the cache was empty. Good. I didn't think anything of it, and then I cleared data after trying to move it to my SD card and then moving it back, saying maybe it'll clear the data itself, maybe it'll refresh it and just we can go on our way. It did not. So when I actually, 1 second, I'm just trying to see I want to see what time it is. Okay, so when I actually did it, it took away 4.4 gigs or whatever. It's probably either the upload or the same thing like an iPhone. It probably caches updates or it caches something in the background, or it just really has a very poor maintenance mentality of cleaning itself up. Because, I mean, there are really big apps in the world that have a horrible time doing data management on itself. Even with tools, it's still impossible sometimes to do a good data management job. So, for Snapchat, the way I got around that was very, very simple and very, very easy. All I did was uninstall the app and reinstall it. Log back in, check to make sure all my stuff is there. Everything's there. And so far, it is only sitting at 83 megabytes. So, like I said, I don't know if you're having this problem or if this forced you to go get a new phone because you thought your phone was obsolete. Now, I'm not saying my phone's not obsolete. My phone is definitely obsolete. It's definitely on the list of things that are only getting quarterly updates now from Samsung. So yeah, I'm looking at getting an S10 Plus, but I really don't want to drop $1,000 on the phone, honestly, when the screen doesn't look any different than my S7 Edge, which is in my hand right now. It doesn't look any better than the cameras don't look any better. I mean, the one company, seriously, that has much better phones, much better screens, well, maybe not screens, but much better phones, hardware, silicon chips, Huawei. And Huawei can't operate in the US anymore, at least under the Trump administration for now. So once we change hands again, the ban will probably be lifted and they'll be able to operate here again. But anyway, that's a video for another time. But Snapchat as it is, if you're having this issue, uninstall it, reinstall it, log back into your data, and then just see if the huge number on data here, if that huge number goes down to something that looks relatively normal, or it looks like it should be something relatively normal. So if you have any questions, put them in the comments. If you want to talk about it in the comments, and maybe we could figure out what caused it, or what is causing it, or if it was just a freak coincidence. I'm open to talk. I don't give a crap. You want to talk? Cool. Let's do it. This has been Budget Space. Have a good night, guys.